Alright, we're going to talk about parallel and perpendicular lines, and this will be the first example after we kind of talk about what all of these are. Alright, we have three types of lines here. We have parallel lines, which are two lines that don't cross, that are separate, so they have two lines with the same slope and different y-intercepts. Coinciding lines are two lines with the same slope and the same y-intercept, so they basically are the exact same line. And perpendicular lines are two lines with opposite reciprocal slopes, and when they cross, they will cross at a right angle. So going back to this first problem, when we have 2x plus 3y equals 9, I'm going to solve this for y in order to find the slope. So 3y equals negative 2x plus 9 divided by 3, and y equals negative 2/3 x plus 3. And that's what I'm worried about. So for the second equation, I'm going to subtract 3x on both sides. I'll just work right underneath it here. Negative 3x plus 12 divided by negative 2. And we got y equals 3/2 x minus 6. And since these two are opposite reciprocal, these two lines would have been perpendicular. So let's do another one. Let's say y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2 and 2x plus 4y equals 8. Well, if we got 2x plus 4y equals 8, we're already pretty much done with the other equation because we have this negative 1/2. Make sure we remember it's negative. So I'm going to solve for y. So I subtract 2x, I got 4y equals negative 2x plus 8. Divide everything by 4, and we got y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. Now those slopes are exactly the same, so now I need to check the other information, which is the y-intercept. Well, right there and right there I both have a positive 2, so this would be an example of coinciding lines. Everything's exactly the same when we solve for y. Alright, in years gone by where you've had to solve something like this, where you have parallel to 2x plus 3y plus 8 equals 0, and you wanted to find it parallel through another point, you would solve for y and then come up with other stuff and then try to put it back into standard form. Well, here's the way that we're going to do this problem to save on time. If these are parallel, the 2x plus the 3y can stay the same, and I'm just going to have them equal c. Now if I plug this in for x and y, I got 2 times negative 1 plus 3 times 5 equals c. Plug this in, 13 equals c. So my standard form is going to be 2x plus 3y equals 13. And there's my equation in standard form. Alright, we're going to try another one. This time it's going to be perpendicular. Well, perpendicular is going to be opposite reciprocal. So once again, we're going to get rid of the 8. And we're going to switch the 3 and 4 for the reciprocal and change the sign for the opposite. So instead of 3x minus 4y, I'm going to have 4x plus 3y equals c. So when I plug in my number, 4 times negative 1 plus 3 times 4 from up here equals c, I'm going to get negative 4 plus 12 equals 8 equals c. So it just so happened to be 8, so we got not 3x. We got 4x plus 3y equals 8. And there's my equation. So a few more examples on parallel and perpendicular lines for you. Alright, we're going to try to find the perpendicular bisector, and this will be the last problem we work out here. So, perpendicular bisector. Let's work on the bisector first. That means we need the midpoint. So, 3 plus 5 divided by 2, and 6 plus 12 divided by 2 as well. 8 over 2, 18 over 2, so we have a point at 4, 9. We also would want the slope of the original. So I have 12 minus 6 over 5 minus 3, which is 6 divided by 2, which is 3. Which means the slope of the perpendicular is going to be negative 1/3. Here's one of those times where using the point slope form is probably going to be best. So I got y minus 9 equals negative 1/3 x minus 4. You could also do this going through and finding b. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. This way, that 3 and that 3 will cancel. So I'll have 3y minus 27 equals negative x plus 4. Add x on both sides. Add 27 on both sides. And I'll be left with these cancel and these cancel. X plus 3y equals 31. And that's my standard form. And I'm finished with this problem. And that's it for this lesson as well.